Okay, so today we continue with our class Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Today's class number 68. All right, and we start with Sefer Shmirat Lashon. Okay, so it says, so the topic is peace in two worlds. Peace in two worlds. Sefer Machlot Hamidos, okay, 24 states. How dangerous is a strife? It can imperil one's very life. So strife meaning when people get involved, like in arguing with each other, especially like with strangers, maybe in the even in the house, doesn't matter. It can impel one's very life. It was a feud between the shepherds of Abraham and shepherds of Lot. Okay, we just read I don't know, a few months ago, right? That caused the Lot to move away from Abraham and settle in Sodom, where he almost perished along with the rest of the Sodomites. Okay, so we all know the story. So they were arguing because of what these shepherds of Lot were pasturing in some the sheep in somebody else's fields and stuff like that. So the shepherds of Abraham confronted that. They say it's not right. It's stealing 100%. Let's say anyway, the whole land is going to belong to Abraham one day, right? It's HaShem promised Abraham, and Abraham has no descendants. So basically, our master is going to inherit everything. So I mean, we're good now. So in a sense, sometimes very often people like you use their sick mentality to come to the sick conclusions, right? So that's why it says that the person who has no Torah, I shocked somebody today. You will not believe. So I said the man without Torah, it's animal. So and I compared to the squirrels. So this person was shocked. I said, how come? I said, what is the difference between squirrels and a person without Torah? What is the difference? The squirrels eats and it hides the food and then runs back and forth for entertainment. So I mean, yeah, they have entertainment. They run after each other, right? They have female, right? So they eat food, go to work. Exactly as a person. What is the difference between man and a squirrel? There is no difference unless he has Torah. Okay. So and then I sent the link to that person. Hopefully, he's going to watch something. All right.
Rabbi.
To be different from a squirrel. Yeah, go ahead.
What's it called? So when one does not have access to a rabbi, right? And you, as we just said, right, a person, his Yetzer Hara affects his heshbon, right? So when do we know that one's reasoning? Let's say he can't, access a rabbi. When do we know when one's reasoning is, realistic, not by the Yetzer Hara, not by the Yetzer Hara's heshbon, but reasonable?
I would say, okay, so the biggest mitzvah in this world is to learn Torah. So if whatever situation comes, you just go and learn Torah. So postpone. That's what the biggest secret. One of the biggest secrets of the Yetzer Hara, the way he works. He said he's postponing things. So he's not attacking you like frontal attack. Say no, you're not going to do it. You're not going to go to shul. So you decided I want to go to 6:15 minutes every day from now on, right? And he's not going to tell him not to go. He said, of course, it's an amazing idea. Why didn't you think before? Right, it's an amazing idea. The morning comes. It's like, come on, it's early. Another 15 minutes, you can get there by Borko. Even Rabbi get there by Borko. What is the problem? What is the problem? You understand? Plus 10 minutes, and guess what? They're already finished, and then the guy said, "Okay, what was the point to get out of the bed? They're already finished." Understand? That's postponing. So our sages say, use exactly the same logic against Yetzer Hara. So he said, sin. So of course I'm going to, but not now. Give me another 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You procrastinate, and that's it. And then you move it away. So when you don't know what to do in some situation, guess what? Stop everything, learn Torah. This situation is going to to stay there. Okay, continue. Our sages stay in Derech Eretz Zuta, chapter 9. In home which there is a strife will ultimately be destroyed. A synagogue in which there is a strife, it will be see the congregants dispersed, and ultimately will be made desolate. So, I mean, personally, I know many shuls when they started the strife with rabbi, without rabbi, to like president on this side and vice president on that side, all this shtoyos and stuff like that. And so, and at the end of the time, it's like people left. They didn't want to hear this. It's like, and same in the house. Like how long you want to argue with your spouse? I mean, one time, two times. But if it's like war, constant war, it's a divorce, right? Continue. Two Torah scholars in a single city of two rabbinical courts in a single city who feud with one another, the end will be death. Meaning that the two courts, and one say one thing and another say another thing. So that's a big problem. Of course, I would add if two courts are following the same way, right? The same tradition. But if there is one Litvish court, one is Hasidic court, one is a Sephardic court, there is no problem. A Litvish person is not going to go to Sephardic because they follow, for example, different tradition, and this is not going to different courts. So there is no contradiction. It's not like they go against each other. Okay. Moreover, strifes between the rabbinical courts brings us destruction to the world. Not only the destruction to these people in the neighborhood, destruction to the world. There is a peace among the heavenly legions, as it is written, who builds his upper chambers in heavens, right? So HaShem, he knows that everything they're in order. And his union is established upon the earth. It says in Amos 9:6. Okay. When his upper chambers built, so that's the question then, when his union is established on the earth. Meaning when Jewish nation is united in peace. So basically, it's I think it's very important concept to explain. So as we know that people who do not learn, they say everything comes from heaven, right? It's half of the statement. It is true, but everything that comes from heaven that was originated here, our actions, they dictate what is going to happen in heaven. So whatever we do here, right? So it goes up to heaven, and the decree comes back to this world. Okay. Stop there. All right. So continue. We continue in Siman 21, right? And our topic is how one compensate for missed prayer. Okay. So just a summary for those who did not hear or do not remember what we said last time. So basically, if a person under circumstances that were beyond his control, that missed one prayer, for example, he missed Shacharis, for example, so he can do double prayer, double Shmona Esrei Mincha. He means Mincha, not circumstances beyond his control. He was busy. He has a flood in the basement. Whatever happened, right? So he can do double Shmona Esrei in Mariv prayer. That's what we said. And same, he missed Mariv. He can do double prayer in.
Rabbi, which page? I'm sorry. Which page over there? I'm sorry.
I'm on this book. I'm on Kitzur Shulchan.
Kitzur. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Yeah, I did. Yes, okay.
Okay. So it's page 238 if you have this book, 238. Okay. So all right. So that's what we said. So continue with CF number 5, and it says, we did the Rambam yesterday. I sent email, a text that we switched today. Somebody asked me. Okay. Compensation for missed prayer may only be made only at the time of the reciting the next prayer, but not, however, in the time that is not the time for the prayer. So before we continue, so basically we said that the proper time for compensatory prayer, whatever we missed, it's when the time for the next prayer arrives. That's the proper time. So if there is still time for this current prayer, so you cannot pray it like separately, just Shmoneh Esrei. It's not going to work.
Rabbi,
Yes.
what's the halacha in regards to, let's say one does not know what time it is, and so it's very close, 40 minutes after Shkia, it's very close, and you don't know which one do you daven.
So, all right. So let's understand what David is asking us. Okay. So we're talking about mincha. My understanding shachar is it's bigger issue. I mean, how do you know how many hours of the day? It's a little light, especially in the winter. It's hard to say. Okay, but let's talk. Let's answer your question. So the proper time to pray mincha is starting from 6.5 hours. So 6 hours. It's a halachic seasonal hours. So basically, we divide day on two parts, day and night. So from sunset until not the first one. From sunrise until the sunset. Well, that's according to one opinion, there is one day. So we take how many minutes? Like we take this part, like how many minutes, and we divide it by 12. Right, meaning 12 hours. 12 hours day, 12 hours nights, and we get the seasonal proportional hour. So proportional hour could be like today. Like today, I didn't check, but I assume it's like 45 minutes. So halachic hour now is 45 minutes. In the summer, it could be 1 hour and 15 minutes, like 75 minutes. Okay, so it depends on the season. So now what David is asking about mincha. So the proper way the proper time to pray mincha, 6.5 hours, seasonal hours, from after the day starts and until the sunset. So that's according to every opinion, till the sunset. So there is one opinion, more lenient opinion. So they allow to pray mincha until the nightfall, until the 3 stars, right? So how do you know it's 3 stars or not 3 stars? It's hard to say. So it's 45 minutes or 30 minutes or 57 minutes. How do I would not know. Like me personally, I read many times that people in the olden days, they would go out and look at the skies, and even children knew how to see this medium-sized stars. I do not know. First, I mean, if somebody would show me, I would know, but I never checked for the stars, basically. So my answer: don't put yourself in that situation. So Rabbi Mizrahi Shlita, he said many times, who told you that you're going to live up to till 7 p.m.? Who told you? Who promised? Who are you to be so confident? It's 1:30 and you have minyan. Run to that minyan. Even according to many opinions, it's better to daven like later on. Milcha katana. Okay, you have this opportunity. Daven this first opportunity. Don't delay, basically. So my approach always: don't put yourself in that situation. So now you're running around that it's 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 57 minutes, right? Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just to qualify what you're saying, but this doesn't apply to the mincha before Shabbos. For that, you say do it later, right? Right before.
No, yeah, because I say do it later because you cannot miss it, basically. So because you're going to the shul to the specific time, and that's it. So you're not going to miss it. How can you miss it?
Understood.
But yeah, okay. Continue. For example, if one waited long time after praying the prayer means Shmoneh Esrei, that he is presently obligated to recite. So he may no longer recite the compensatory Shmoneh Esrei to make up the prayer that he missed. For the rabbis did not enact the compensatory prayer to make up for the missed prayer at any time, other than the time when one is involved in a prayer. There is a present obligation. Okay, so let's finish reading, and I'm going to explain. For then, once he's involved in a prayer, his obligatory prayer, he may also make up the prayer that he missed. Okay, so I mean what they say, it's very interesting. They say, okay, so in many cases, so you're late, you could not get minyan. Okay, 1.5 million things. I agree. So now you start this mincha prayer very late. Like it's late, but if you start on time, We have this concept. If you start on time, you can continue. So, and it's like you finish after the nightfall. Everybody understand it's still mincha. Okay, that's all good, right? But in this case, you cannot start the compensatory prayer. It's too late. You only can start when it's time for original prayer, and the time for original prayer has passed. Make sense?
Right. So let's say on Shkia, right? Let's say, I don't know, 15 minutes after Shkia, I accidentally daven the Ma'ariv before I did the Mincha. Okay? Right? Meaning, not that I thought it was Ma'ariv, but I added, let's say, Morid Hageshin when we didn't say that yet. Okay? So, in that case, do I still go say the Mincha or no?
It's too late. No. How can you say mincha? Look, when you say it's page 238. So when we say it is when we pray Ma'ariv, it means that there is no mincha. How can you say, like, you contradict yourself? So that's it. So we have to. So one more time, you're allowed to pray the second Shmona Esrei only when it's still time to daven next prayer. So but when you start this next prayer mincha very late, very close to the nightfall, that's it. And everybody have to go according to their custom, right? So many people do not pray like after the sunset. That's it. There is sunset. That's it. They don't start. So it's like missed prayer. They would do it as a compensatory prayer with Mari. Understand? So that's don't. I urge you, all of you, don't put yourself in this situation. Go ahead.
As far as I remember before, we said, let's say it's Mincha, and I didn't daven Shacharis yet, and I didn't daven Musaf yet. If I daven Musaf, I can't daven Shacharis anymore, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, in regards to using that same logic, let's say I accidentally daven Ma'ariv, because you're allowed to daven Ma'ariv before Shkia early, or allowed B'diavad, correct?
Okay. Yes.
So if I daven Ma'ariv before Mincha, I can't daven Mincha anymore?
No. So when you daven Ma'ariv, okay, you're allowed to do it. Nobody said no, but you already said it's the next day. You said it's the next day. So even though, like, technically, it's still you have another hour till the nightfall. It's not next day for everybody else. They can still daven mincha and do all other things, beautiful things. But for you said it's next day. So how can you say?
But I can still daven the compensation, correct?
Compensation, yes.
Okay. Got it.
Yes, compensation you can. Okay. So let's read the. So any other questions? Are we clear with this concept? Okay, so let's read the commentary on this. The Mishnah Brura 108:15. See also Hid Hey Israel 8:28. Okay. However, follows. 1 second, somebody's joining. Okay. However, follows the opinion that although initially one must certainly take care to recite the compensatory prayer, compensatory Shmona Esrei, immediately after Shmona Esrei, there is his current obligation. Nevertheless, if one did not do so, he may recite compensatory Shmona Esrei later, as long as the time for Shmona Esrei, there is the current obligation, has not passed. Okay, let's finish and I'm going to explain. Nevertheless, in such a case, it is preferable to stipulate when recited compensatory Shmona Esrei that if he can fulfill the obligation to recite the compensatory Shmona Esrei, this Shmona Esrei should serve that purpose. And if he cannot, it should be the native Shmona Esrei. Okay. So there is a little leniency, I would say, a little way out. So the proper way, as we said before, to pray this compensatory, this Shmona Esrei right after the first Shmona Esrei, right, or in the right place, at least. So in the Ma'ariv, that's when you do, right. In Shacharis, you do it a little later. So we say you do it before Ashrei, right? That's what we said last time, I think. So here's what they say: even if you did not do this compensatory prayer on time, when for example when you were praying mincha, you did not do it, you missed shacharis, it's mincha time. you pray mincha, but you did not do this compensatory prayer. I would say, like my personal example would be, for example, if you pray in somewhere in office, right? So all of the people from different offices, from different stores come together, they pray, and now they want to close the place, so they're not going to allow you to stay there, so you must leave. So in this case, since there is still time to pray this compensatory prayer, you can pray later. That's the thing. Got it?
Rabbi, so what's the halacha going to be? Let's say it's Shacharis and I missed the Ma'ariv, right? So I just davened the Shacharis, but I davened with a minion. They still have to say Uva Latia and so on and so forth. So do I just say the second one right after? Or do
Yes. Yes.
So I say it right after the first Shemona Esrei, or right after Uva Latia and then Elena from Shacharis?
I think we said before Uva Latia, no?
Oh, I say it before. So is that true even though I'm going to miss a lot of Kaddish and so on and so forth? Or
you can wait, as we said, or you can wait until they finish. So let them finish, say Amen to all of the Kaddish, and then you do your own Shemona Esrei. So as we said, there's a leniency if they are already completely finished, so you can do this compensation. Okay, good. Continue. Okay, so now we're up to halacha number 6. The compensatory prayer that one is praying must be recited in identical form to the obligatory prayer that is being recited in that time. For example, so that's this. I mean, the sif is a very long sif, because it's not. We asked this question last time, and I said, please have patience, right? Okay, so basically, what he's talking about, that this second Shemona Esrei must be exactly the same as the Shemona Esrei before. So it cannot be different Shemona Esrei. So it would be problem if somebody missed mincha on Shabbos and now in Mariv. So after Shabbos there is Mariv. So he cannot pray this Shabbos mincha prayer because it's not true. He said it's Shabbos day. It's not Shabbos. That's it. It's over. It's a weekday, right? So what do we do? For example, if one did not recite mincha on Eve Shabbos, that's a classic example, right? He recites at Mariv prayer 2 Shemona Esrei of Shabbos.
Rabbi, so if it were, let's say, Ma'ariv of Yom Tov, and I forgot mincha, I would say a mincha, let's say a mincha Shemona Esrei for Yom Tov?
No, on Yom Tov, the prayer is the same.
On Yom
Tov Mariv, and it's now in our school it's 6:60.
Okay, we'll go like Rosh Hashanah, right? Let's say I daven Rosh Hashanah. I daven the Ma'ariv. I missed the mincha, okay, from the day before.
I don't know. That's too much. It's if you notice, it's very long Shemona Esrei. Let's leave this example. I mean, it's too much. I mean, it will take you 25 minutes to finish. I don't know. Not you personally, but it would take me at least that time to finish.
Understood.
With all of the vidu is okay. I don't know. All right. All right. So continue. So let's we taken like very I think very good live example, right? If one did not recite mincha on Eve of Shabbos, so Eve of Shabbos I mean on Friday night. So Friday night he came late, he was running, he got stuck in the traffic, whatever happened. So he missed the mincha, weekday mincha, right? That's what the scenario. That's I think very common. For Shabbos, he recited the Mariv prayer 2 Shemona Esrei for Shabbos. So forget about the weekday, he missed it. 2 Shemona Esrei for Shabbos. For even though the second Shemona Esrei served to compensate weekday prayer, nevertheless, since it is now Shabbos, he must recite Shemona Esrei of Shabbos, which is appropriate prayer at that time. So weekday prayer is not appropriate for that time, but Shabbos is appropriate. Question?
Yes. We're talking about he didn't even pray the Shabbos Shemona Esrei yet.
No. He did. He missed mincha.
Yeah, he missed mincha. I agree with you, but he missed mincha. It's already Shabbos after 72 minutes after Shkia, right?
No, forget about Shkia. Forget about this. The congregation starts praying this Shabbos Mariv. That's it. Congregations. Forget about this. You must pray this congregation.
Okay, got it. So he prayed Meyer, what's it called? But let's say he didn't pray Meyer yet, okay? In that case, and it's already Shabbos. He
Yes.
prayed Mincha Shemona Esrei. Let's say he were to pray the Mincha Shemona Esrei, okay? He says the Shabbos Shemona Esrei for
No.
Mincha?
If it's still time to pray, like it's still that time of the day, it's before the nightfall, he can still pray the weekday Shemona Esrei. There is no problem.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Okay, so we're talking. Okay, he missed or the congregation. Let's say on the summer, there is a custom in the summer to accept Shabbos earlier, like 7 p.m., 7:30, whatever time is it. So you cannot start praying different. You have to understand when they say pray with the minyan, it means that you praying exactly the same thing as the minyan does. So you cannot. They pray Marif and you pray this. It's not praying this congregation. So I mean that's not a smart person. Okay. So commentary on a weekday, a Shmona Esrei is 19 blessings, right? 3 introductory blessing, 13 supplicatory blessing, and 3 concluding blessing is recited. While Shmona Esrei of Shabbos and Yom Tov contain only 7 blessings, 3 introductory, 3 concluding, and 1 intermediate blessing related to theme of Shabbos or Yom Tov. Generally, one who recites the weekly Shmona Esrei on Shabbos or Yom Tov, or Shabbos or Yom Tov, Shmona Esrei on weekday, has not fulfilled the obligation. So I'm going to read this last line and we are going to explain. Generally, one who recites the weekday Shmona Esrei on Shabbos or Yom Tov on Shabbos or Yom Tov Shmona Esrei on weekday has not fulfilled his obligation. Okay, so first we said that. So now we said it before. I want to repeat. So this is the structure of Shmona Esrei. This is Shmona Esrei divided in 3 blocks. The first blocks is three first blessings. It's introductory blessing. Then middle block, it's 13 blessing for a weekday, and the last block, like a conclusion, is also 3 blessings. So in weekday Shmona Esrei we have 19 blessings, and in Shabbos or Yom Tov you have only 7, right? So 3 stays the same in the beginning, 3 stays the same at the end, and the middle one it changes. All right. So what they're saying that if on Shabbos he prayed the weekday Shmona Esrei, not good. It's not counted that he prayed. If on Shabbos he prayed Yom Tov Shmona Esrei, also not good. So sometimes the Yom Tov follows Shabbos, right? So on Sunday, the holiday of Sunday, very possible. So you have to pray the compensatory blessing according to what you're praying now. So I mean that's I think it should be for us straightforward. Okay. Continue. And if he did, in fact, recite weekday Shmona Esrei for the compensatory Shmona Esrei, he must go back and recite Shabbos Shmona Esrei. So he's very clear. So commentary. According to Mishnah Brura, in this case, one is not required to repeat Shmona Esrei. Okay. So basically, okay. So let's anyway. There are two opinions, but let's try to understand. So Kitzur says, if he recites Shmona Esrei, he must go back and recite correct one. So if it's Shabbos, right? So and he missed the Mincha, weekday Mincha. If he said the Shabbos for Mariv, right? Shabbos Shmona Esrei for Mariv, and he by mistake, forever, he did not know. He said that Shmona Esrei for a weekday, for a regular Shmona Esrei. So according to Kitzur, he must repeat, right? According to Mishnah Brura, gives a lenient psak. He said, do not repeat. So maybe I don't know why he said, but we could check there. Okay, so continue. Yes.
So let's say, I don't know, because we're having a give doing rain for a blessing coming up, right? After Shabbos, I'm pretty sure.
Say it again. Say it again.
On December 4th, December 5th.
Yeah, that's December 4th. Yeah.
Exactly. So if I missed Mincha, okay, and I prayed Ma'ariv on that day when we start saying. I prayed Ma'ariv, said, and give dew and rain for a blessing, right? So as a compensation for the mincha, in the mincha I say and give dew and rain for a blessing.
In the mincha, no, you don't. You start with Ma'ariv, right?
I agree with you. I started with the Ma'ariv, but it's already that day. Like over here for Shabbos, we say I have to daven.
So in the second compensatory prayer, you also say that's it. They must be the same. That's what they're saying. It must be the same. I think that's what we said when we learned the subject. That's what I think. Okay. So continue. So next scenario. Similarly, on the eve of Rosh Chodesh, right? So if one did not recite the mincha on the day before Rosh Chodesh, he recites Ma'ariv Shmona Esrei twice. And he recites Yala v'Yova on both of the obligatory Shmona Esrei and compensatory Shmona Esrei. So let's see the commentary, and we're going to explain. On Rosh Chodesh, Yala v'Yova, supplication is inserted in a blessing of Ritzei, right? The temple service. If one forgot to recite the Shacharis or Mincha, Shmona Esrei, he must repeat it. If, however, it was not recited in Ma'ariv prayer, Shmona Esrei need not to be repeated. So let's explain this concept because it's very important to know. So the guy did not say Yala v'Yova. Okay, no, from the beginning. So if today Shmona Esrei, tonight is Rosh Chodesh. So he did not pray Mincha, right? So he's going to pray this double Shmona Esrei on Shabbos, on Rosh Chodesh, right? Because at night starts Rosh Chodesh. So he prays double Shmona Esrei, exactly the same with Yala v'Yova, which is inserted on Rosh Chodesh. Okay. But if he did not insert Rosh Chodesh, he has to go back and pray again. That's the halacha. But we're talking about only Mincha and Shacharis. There is exception. There is a leniency. If he did not say the Yala v'Yova, this insertion for Rosh Chodesh on Ma'ariv, so we not require him to go back. That's an exception, if I remember correctly. The reason why, because court never declared Rosh Chodesh after the nightfall, basically. So I mean, maybe we knew there is a Rosh Chodesh, but it was never stipulated by the court. Only in the morning, during the daytime. That's why on Rosh Chodesh we don't force him to go back. Okay. So that's the scenario with Rosh Chodesh. Okay, continue. And if one did not recite the Ma'ariv on the night of Rosh Chodesh, in which case he recited the Shachar Shmona Esrei twice. If he forgot Yala v'Yova, even in the second one, he must go back and recite Shmona Esrei. So I mean, as we said in the commentary, so as we said before, so now he prayed Shachar. Now we're talking about Shachar. So he prayed the Shmona Esrei 1 for Shachar. He did it perfectly. Somebody reminded him, so he did Shmona Esrei. Now when he gets to the second Shmona Esrei, the compensator, he forgot to say Yala v'Yova, this insertion for Rosh Chodesh, so he must go back and recite second time. Even though in Ma'ariv, if he would miss on Ma'ariv, during the Ma'ariv, he would not need to do anything. But since it is Shacharis, he must do the compensatory prayer. Continue. Okay, continue. For although the second one is make up for nighttime Ma'ariv Shmona Esrei, and if one would forget Yala v'Yova at that time, there is a Ma'ariv prayer on Rosh Chodesh. He would not need to repeat Shmona Esrei, as we said before, right? So Ma'ariv is a separate thing. So if he missed Shmona Esrei, if he missed this Yala v'Yova, he does not need to repeat Shmona Esrei. But since it is Shacharis, so he must. Nevertheless, now it is daytime, and therefore he is a subject of the laws governing one who forgot Yala v'Yova in the daytime. So that's a halach. I don't know why. Okay. In the daytime commentary, 26, Mishnah Brura 108:26. However, disagrees, maintaining that since one who forgot Yalla v'Yova in Mariv prayer does not repeat the Shmona Esrei, the compensatory Shmona Esrei cannot be more stringent than the original obligation, and he is not required to repeat if he forgot Yalla v'Yova. Okay, so I love Mishnah Brura. It's not like I don't like the Kitzur, but so Mishnah Brura says, okay, so Shulchan Aruch is very strict, right? This Kitzur Shulchan Aruch very strict. He said if you pray double Shmona Esrei on Shacharis, and in original one you say Yalla v'Yova on the first Chodesh, second one compensatory for Mariv, previous Mariv, you did not, so you have to go back and then recite Shmona Esrei again with Yalla v'Yova, which is, for me, makes perfect sense, right? But on another hand, we said if he is praying Mariv, regular Mariv, Mariv for on Rosh Chodesh, and he missed Yalla v'Yova, we don't require him to go back because of. Okay, go ahead. Well, let me finish. Let me finish. Okay, so now so Mishnah Brura comes with different explanation, right? He said no. How this compensation cannot be more strict than the original one, which makes sense, right? The original one, if he forgot to say Yalla v'Yova, he does not have to go back. So why here we require him to go back, right? So Mishnah Brura said if he missed Yalla v'Yova insertion for a Chodesh in a second Shmona Esrei, don't go back. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So according to the Kitzur, what's the halacha going to be? Let's say you don't know the halacha. Then one is supposed to dive in the Shmona Esrei of this man versus the Shmona Esrei of the compensation, okay? And so it's Shacharis, right? And he didn't say, and he did not say Yalla v'Yova, okay? So is it a problem or no?
Of course it's a problem. He has to go back. Yeah, that's a big problem.
Oh, he has to go back. So it doesn't matter that it's because he didn't pray Shacharis and now it's Shacharis and so on and so forth. And that's why for the second one.
I didn't get the question.
Okay, so there are two situations, okay? There are two possibilities. The first possibility is why the Kitzur says this way, right? Is because Shacharis, okay? He davened the Shacharis Shmona Esrei. So now we agree it's Shacharis, Rosh Chodesh Shacharis. So you have to say Yalla v'Yova from now on or repeat, okay? And so then it makes sense, okay, compensation, you have to say Yalla v'Yova because we go by that day, right? That Zman. So, but the other situation.
Okay, one second. So we're all on the same page. I want to just repeat what David said. It's actually halacha. So when you missed this Mariv Shmona Esrei, right? So on during the Shacharis, you say two exact Shmona Esrei, exact Shmona Esrei. As always, it's halacha. One for Shacharis, one for Mariv, and you must say Yalla v'Yova in both of them. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's like where he said by mistake the Mariv one first, right? Then he said the Shacharis one.
That's the problem. We learned last time. In his mind, if he switched them around, he has to pray again. So he has to say 3 times.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like when he, in his mind, it's Shacharis. So as we said, it's exactly the same wording. Nothing changed, right? But in his mind, he has kavanah that this is this Shmona Esrei is for Mariv, the first one, so it's not counted. You understand? That's a big problem. That's not that's a big problem. Okay, so 26. Continue. Similarly, if one did not recite Mincha on Shabbos, he also recited at the time of Mariv prayer, Motzi Shabbos, 2 weekday Shmona Esrei. So that's it. Forget about Shabbos. So now he recited 2 Shmona Esrei on Shabbos. However, there is the difference, right? Of course, I thought about it. However, there is a difference between the 2 prayers with regard to recital Ata Hanantam. You have graced us as follows. Okay, so on Shabbos, as we said before, the 4th blessing of the Shmona Esrei is about knowledge, right? We thank HaShem for give us knowledge, right? Brain, right? Basically.
Right. You said on Shabbos?
No. On weekday, it's
Oh,
after
yeah,
Shabbos.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Maybe if I said on Shabbos, I apologize. So on Mariv, after Shabbos, we have this in the fourth blessing. You have this what we call Havdalah, called Ata Hanantan, right? Which is translation. You have graced us, okay, right? So basically, what Kitzur is going to say, the way I understand, that you have to recite it only once. So once you recited this Havdalah in your what is it? Mariv Shmona Esra. In the next Shmona Esra, you don't say the Havdalah. Okay, coming to 27. The sage is enacted that at the conclusion of Shabbos, Havdalah, literally differentiation, is to be recited in Shmona Esra of Motzei Shabbos. Right? This is Ata Hanantanu prayer, as well as over the cup of wine. So there are two separate Havdalahs. It's not our topic, but since we're on it, I want to explain. So person has to do two Havdalahs. Man, I know I'm talking about that. One Havdalah is this wording in Shmona Esra. So, and in many cases, when we get to Havdalah, actually we covered Havdalah in Shabbos class. Okay, so first Havdalah he does in the Shmona Esra, and you can rely on this Havdalah for many things, except eating and drinking. Right? For all other things, you can rely on this Havdalah Shmona Esra. And then you have to say separate Havdalah with a candle, with a bisamim, with a wine or grape juice, whatever you do. Okay. So continue.
Rabbi, if
Yes.
one accidentally says the Havdalah in the fourth, right? In the fourth on Ma'ariv, okay? Let's say I don't know.
Why is it accidentally? Wait, that's proper place, no?
I'm saying as the compensation. Well, let's say he says it, I don't know. Let's say I said it today for Ma'ariv. Let's say any day I said Ma'ariv, right?
Yes.
Is it going to end up being I have to repeat it or no?
No.
Okay.
You have to understand if you read the statements there, the statements are true. That they not belong to Wednesday, but technically they're true. Okay, so continue. So I'm going to read this sentence from the beginning. Here, however, there's a difference between the two prayers with regard to recited Ata Hanantan, meaning this Havdalah in force. It's in our prayer book. It's like a gray box. Who have graced us as follows. In the first one, the Esther, one recites the blessed Ata Hanantan. So right now I'm praying Shmona Esra for Mariv, right? So I say Ata Hanantanu, meaning for Mariv. Okay. While in the second one does not recite it. Okay. Even though he already made Havdalah, so it's technically you can understand, like you can imagine how many Havdalahs do you need? You need only one. That's it, right? Even though he recited the second Shmona Esra at the time of Ata Hanantanu obligation, but since even though, as we said before a few times, that you have to say exactly the same Shmona Esra, but here these words of the Ata Hanantanu of Havdalah are totally irrelevant. You already made separation. That's it. It's separated. The reason for this is that because Ata Hanantanu is a form of Havdalah prayer. Havdalah, it means separation, and Havdalah is not recited twice in a prayer. Okay, that's clear exactly as we explained. 28. Once Havdalah has been recited in the first Shmona Esra, and the differentiation between the Shabbos and the weekday has been declared, there is no reason to recite again in second Shmona Esra. Okay. Continue. Okay. The same applies conversely. So conversely means opposite, right? If one forgot to recite Mariv on Motzei Shabbos, okay, on the following morning, he recites the Shachar Shmona Esra twice, and says Ata Hanantanu only in compensatory prayer. There is a second Shmona Esra. Since this basic enactment requires Havdalah be recited in Shmona Esra prayer. So let me read the commentary because maybe it's not final halacha, and then we explain. Since Havdalah must be recited in both, Okay, well, let's see. Since Havdalah must be recited both in Shmona Esrei and over the wine, one must therefore recite Ata Hanantanu regardless of whether or not he has already recited Havdalah on wine. Mishnah Brura 108:33 cites opinions that if one missed Mariv on Motzei Shabbos, Ata Hanantanu is no longer recited at all, neither in Shachar Shmona Esrei nor compensatory Shmona Esrei in the latest in compensatory Shmona Esrei. In the latest Siman 294:2. However, Mishnah Brura follows the middle approach and rules that one did not recite Havdalah on wine, then he recites Ata Hanantanu in the compensatory Shmona Esrei. However, if he already recited Havdalah prayer over wine, he does not recite Ata Hanantanu in either Shmona Esrei. Okay, so let's try to understand. It's a lot of information, but try to understand. Okay. So what Kitzur is saying, it's very interesting. So his approach is, I would say, it's a little stricter, right? So he said, so all the time before that we said if when we recite the compensatory Shmona Esrei, it must be the same as the current one. Here Kitzur said, no, it's not true. If he missed Mariv prayer, right? Mariv prayer on Motzei Shabbos, meaning Shabbos night, right? So when we should say this Ata Hanantanu, so he said when he prays Shacharis, so he says one prayer, regular Shacharis, right, on Sunday, right, regular Shacharis on the weekday, and second Shmona Esrei, he says with Ata Hanantanu, meaning with this Havdalah. Go ahead.
What's the point of saying it again if I said during Havdalah, with the torch and so on and so forth?
Oh, okay. All right. So I didn't get. It's a good question. I didn't get to it yet. It's in a commentary. So I am explaining the opinion of the Kitzur, right? So and why Kitzur said that, because it was you need to make Havdalah in two places, as I'll say, and as I also explained it before, you have to say in the Shmona Esrei and over the wine. And even though, so according to Kitzur logic, so he did after these prayers he did at home over the wine. They say it's not enough, so you still have to do during the repetition of during the Shmona Esrei compensatory. Okay.
So
but Mishnah Brura said it's a little different. Yeah, go ahead.
What does the Kitzur say if I said Shmona Esrei but forgot Havdalah?
Okay, so all right, so the Ata Hanantan, right? So okay,
Yeah.
So now David is asking the question. So let's try to understand the question. So I mean, it's very, very possible, and I'm sure that many people miss it, right? So you pray this Shmona Esrei on Motzei Shabbos, and you forgot this Ata Hanantan, right? So in the shul that I go, everybody's quiet. In another shul that I used to go, everybody say like 5 people minimum say very out loud, so to make sure that and sometimes it's a service to the public when you say few words like Yalla V'yo. Oh no, I remember to say Yalla V'yo. Or he said Ata Hanantan, and these people always fast. They always fast. So for me it's a great service, for example, right? But in a shul that I go now, it's everybody quiet, everybody polite, cordial, all these good things, right? So if you mix it, it's very possible. So basically, if you want to do any melacha, right? You like, for example, you in the shul, you want to take your book home. For example, there is no Eruv, you cannot carry it on Shabbos, right? There is no Eruv, or you want to drive home. Let's say somebody said that I want to give you a ride home, right? So for you, I mean, even though you pray the Shmona Esrei over the weekday, it's not exactly, it's not 100% the weekday until you make this Havdalah separation. So you say Baruch HaMavdil ben Kodesh Lechol without Hashem's name, right? So you say that the Baruch HaMavdil, the blessed is the one who separated holy from what is it, mundane, or what is it? Mundane? Yeah, holy from mundane. That's it. So this part is actually the last paragraph from with the blessing, with Hashem's name, of course, is the last paragraph of Havdalah. So it's like pre-Havdalah compensation. So without this line, you cannot do any melacha. I mean, if you don't have any melach, so if you have only you coat your I don't know, whatever you have there, so you can go home. There is no problem. But for me, for example, I don't wear gloves. There is a thing, don't wear gloves if there's no Eruv, right? For men. Women can, men cannot, right? So I need to wait until the Shabbos is over. So in order to go home in gloves, so I have to say this line if I forgot. So it's very, very practical. Okay, so let's try to finish this part. So Mishnah Brura says a little different. Okay, so Mishnah Brura says exactly was David what I'm asking. So he said, look, if he did already one Havdalah over the cup of wines, he said, okay, leave this Atachanantan. Okay, meaning do on Shacharis compensation and prayer, do exactly as you did as you did Shacharis prayer. Okay, and then 1 second, and then Mishnah Brura goes like a middle of the road approach, meaning what, that if person for whatever reason he did not say this Havdalah of the cup of wine, he forgot, he fell asleep, he didn't feel good, and there are million and a half reasons why he did not say. So in this case, he must say it. He must say it in a Shwan Esrei prayer in the morning as a compensatory prayer. Make sense?
Yeah. Question. So we say over here that if he forgot in the Mincha Ma'ariv, right, he must say it in the Motzei Shabbos Ma'ariv. He must say it Motzei Shabbos after saying Ma'ariv. He must compensate.
For Mincha, yes, but he said so. Okay, I just want to repeat what he said. So it's the situation. So everybody on the same page. So it's Shabbos is over. So he has to pray Ma'ariv, and he realized that he did not pray Mincha for whatever reason, right? So, I mean, for good reason. Let's say for good reason. So now he has to pray compensation for Shabbos Mincha on Ma'ariv, but Ma'ariv is a weekday. So we said he has to pray 2 weekday Shwan Esrei. Forget Shabbos is gone. That's it. He cannot say it's Shabbos day because it's not. It's not sure. So the question. Yeah.
Yes. So the question is like this. Let's say accidentally for the mincha, I'm compensating the mincha, and I say Havdalah in it. Okay. So I said Havdalah twice. I said Havdalah in the 4th bracha. Do I have to?
Okay. So double. Okay, got it.
So I said Havdalah twice. End of story. I don't have to say it by the torch anymore. I said Havdalah twice. No.
No. Okay. So let me explain what David is asking. So we just said in Kitzur it says very clearly. So you have to in Ma'ariv you have to pay two Shwan Esrei. One is original Shwan Esrei for Ma'ariv. You pray with Atachanantanu, with this Havdalah in the 4th blessing in a great box. And he said in the 2nd Shwan Esrei we do not say Atachanantanu. The one for Mincha, right? Why? Because it's you did separation once. That's it. It's over, right? So if you did say, for example, you did say by mistake the Atachanantanu, nothing happened. As we said, even if you say it on Wednesday, nothing happened. You don't have to repeat the whole Shwan Esrei. Got it? Clear? Okay, so I think there is no point to start next one because we're never going to finish. But do you have any questions, guys? So we can go to questions.
Yes. So you say not to wear gloves Shabbos, right? You say you don't wear gloves.
Not to what? I didn't know.
Wear gloves on Shabbos.
Gloves of Shabbos. Yeah, why? Who knows why we should not wear gloves on Shabbos?
Completely agree. You might take them off while shaking someone's hand.
Oh, that's it. So that's it. So men, what do men do? They take off the gloves and shake somebody's hand, right? And then some people like that's annoying custom. He would keep your hand right shaking and it would not let it go. He's so glad to see you, and you start walking like that. So it might be that there is no arrow. You would walk with your glove in your hand for 4 hours, so like 8 feet. It's 7.5 feet, right?
Yeah.
And for our friend is what is it? It's almost 2 meters. Like 1 meter and 90 centimeters. So that's 4 amos approximately.
So,
So you're not allowed to carry in the public domain 4 amos. So that's why women usually don't shake hands, and they are Muslims. Muslims do shake hands, but usually women don't have shake hands. So for them there is no problem. There is no prohibition for women to wear gloves.
So my question is like this. I'd agree with you if it was a derisa. But over here, unless you're on Ocean Parkway or something like that, it's not a derisa. You should be allowed to go leniently. Keep your hands warm. Oinig Shabbos, maybe. I don't know. It's
No. All of the caring, whatever we have caring is the Rabbanan, is rabbinical mitzvah, for sure, because we don't have true public public domain. That's true. But we for all of the desecration of rabbinical mitzvah, there is different prohibition, right? Why? Because you violate whatever a rabbi said, and second, you violate what HaShem said. What HaShem said in His Torah, listen to your rabbis. So it's a biblical plus rabbinical. So people treat sometimes this biblical rabbinical very leniently. It's not true.
I agree with what you're saying. Then why do we say bichlal that we're sometimes allowed to go leniently with rabbinical compared to stringent biblical?
Only when rabbis decide. So this rabbi, great rabbi, said, this is the law, this stringency, this and that. But in these circumstances, I allow you to go leniently, but not the regular way, with a shinoi, with the back of your hand and stuff like that.
Understood. Okay,
so don't go against rabbis. But my personal approach. So if you want to go leniently, so rely on the Aruch. In Brooklyn, I know that where you live there is no Aruch, but in most of the cases there is Aruch. Just rely on it. That's it. So that's since many rabbis allowed to rely on people. So you rely on Aruch. That's it.
So basically, it's not a chumrah. I'm not allowed to wear gloves on Shabbos.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Israel, go ahead.
Havdalah candles. What if you don't have any candle? How you can replace something equivalent?
Okay. So first of all, let me quickly, since we have a few more minutes. So let me quickly explain what the Havdalah means, right? Havdalah means a torch. Torch means that minimum two weeks. So basically, if you have 2 candles, right? 2 candles, you can join them together, and it's going to be Havdalah. If you have 2 matches, forget about candles. You have 2 matches, you can join them together, and it's going to be like a Havdalah. Does not have to be a candle. You understand? Or you can fire, I don't know, whatever, 2 pieces of wood, right? 2 sticks together. It's going to be 2.
I was thinking about lighter, but I don't know.
Lighter does not have a wick, like from where the flame goes, and it's hard to see like when two flames are connected. You understand?
So the better, I have plenty of wood here.
Okay, yeah, 2 pieces of wood. 2 pieces of wood. Just combine them together, so you see like two flames together. That's already.
And how do you ignite them?
With a match. With a match, with a lighter, with whatever you want.
Can I ignite them with the existing flame?
Yes. No. Existing. It's a good question. So this is okay. So why? So the question is, well, why do we make a blessing on a Havdalah candle, right? For what? Right. So we make the blessing because fire was not permitted on Shabbos, and now you created new fire, and you bless Hashem that allow you to create fire. So you cannot use a pre-existing flame. You have to start from new flame.
So you can use 3 elements, 2 sticks of wood and a lighter.
Yes.
Okay.
Matches, whatever you want. Yes. So basically, you can even take 2 matches. It should be more than enough. I know you have like, I don't know, 15 seconds. You can make the blessing in 15 seconds. I mean, it takes 5 seconds to make the blessing. There is no problem.
Another thing, because here I was viewing the scroll Sidur, the app, and it appeared a new blessing. It says blessing on the menorah. Why is that?
No. It's a different. So now so today is Hanukkah, right? Today is Hanukkah, holiday of Hanukkah. So on Hanukkah we say, for example, today we say two blessings, right? So we say blessing on candle lighting of the Hanukkah, and second on miracles that happened. You understand? So those are two sides. It has nothing to do with our Havdalah.
Yeah, I know, but it says Mariv, and this prayer didn't appear before. It's appeared today.
About what, Mariv? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, I understand. So there is a custom when you're in a synagogue, right? So we have to we light candles between Mincha and Mariv. That's what they do in a synagogue. But then you come home and you light separately with a blessing for your family, for yourself. So that's why it appeared in I forgot that you have electronic version. In electronic version, they pop up whatever needs to be said.
Yes, and it says smart Sidur mode, and I put Mariv, and the first item is lighting the menorah.
Exactly.
That's
exactly what I say. In the shuls, they first light menorah before starting Mariv. Exactly.
And then it says Shema and its blessing, then Shemone Esrei, and
it's exactly everything is the same. Yeah, only addition. You're in a last blessing. You the one before last you say the blessing on Hanukkah, like insertion of Hanukkah.
And I have one last question.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you do the Havdalah candles in the synagogue? You put fire inside the synagogue?
Yes, You light the candle.
Everything? I mean everybody, or just
one candle for everybody. One candle.
The Hassan does it, or?
Sometimes Hazan, somebody else want to do it. There is no problem. Usually, I have to tell you, no, it's not true. Usually, not married person should do it, because if you're married, you have to do it for your wife. There is a problem if you can repeat this second time. Maybe she would need to do it herself, and it says, I don't know, it's better not to do it. So, okay, any other questions? Any topic? No questions? Okay, no problem. So until tomorrow then, Zrat Hashem, same time. We're going to do different topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Until tomorrow.
אני מברך את הרבנים, רגע. אני מברך את הרבנים, הרב ירון ראובן, הרב אפרים כחלון, ראשי ארגון בעזרת השם, שהלכו בפי עליון, שעלו מעלה, יהיה להם ברכה והצלחה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא בישועות ליבם לטובה ולברכה, שבכל מה שיפנו ישכילו ויצליחו, יזכו לעשות כאלה וכאלה, הודיעו תורה לאדירה, אמן ואמן.
בעזרת השם רשת בכל הארץ. הוא היהודי הזה, הוא היה מיליונר, סגר את כל הביזנס, אמר אני משקיע פה בעולמה של תורה.
איפה הוא גר?
בפלורידה.
פלורידה. איפה זה פלורידה? באמריקה.
במיימי, כן, ליד. אנחנו שם עכשיו הולכים להקים קהילה ספרדית.
חזק אותו בשמי.
קהילה ספרדית גדולה.
תעבירו מה שבירכתי אותו.
כן, קהילה ספרדית גדולה. אני